See, my hair is all white. I used to dye my hair. I go to the fucking, the hair guy and I go, listen, I gotta go on the TV. Can you paint my hair black? Like, so black, so utterly black that it looks red? Is that possible? And he'd go, oh, we have just the thing. And then I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, God or nature, God, or as dumb people like to call it, nature, God gives you fucking signs, and one of them is, you go, listen, I'm going to make your hair white, like, white, like death. Make your hair white, then your fucking skin all wrinkly and shit, like a dead person. And your eyes will melt. If you live long enough, I'll have your eyes melting. So I want those clues. It's his way of saying, get your affairs in order. You know what I mean? Like, the scythe is coming, and you will fall before it as the hay before the farmer. I got a living will. Here's the thing. A doctor could never give you good news. You know what I mean? Like, think about this. A doctor is never going to come out and go, hey, Mrs. Jorgensen, we looked at your blood panels, and good news, you're immortal. Here you go. You don't have to come back no more. Congratulations, Mr. All they can say is, well, Mrs. Morrison, the blood test came back and you are completely healthy. I'd like you to come back once a year. And then one day, I will tell you something that will shatter you. Here's a hint. I will say, maybe we should bring your husband in. If you ever hear me say that, you may as well faint immediately. So anyway, that's what I got done. I got a living will made. Now, if you guys don't know what this is, you should get it done. It's in case you fall in a coma or anything like that, and you are unable to say what you would like to have done because you can't speak, because a coma takes away your speechifying. So you write down what you would like to have done. And mostly it has to do with a plug. Pretty well, it's just a plug. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, like there's 700 people here. I would say maybe 4 of you will be plugged into the wall at some point in your life. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying sheer statistics. Sometimes I do have a crowd. I look out and go, there's got to be 4 child fuckers here. As I said that last sentence, 4 people were like shifty-eyed. Look for the shifty-eyed motherfuckers on that last one. But anyways, 2 or 3 of you will be plugged into the wall. And I'm not going to say which one of you it is, because I don't think that's fair. But one day you'll go to the doctor and you'll go, I hate to tell you this, but if you go to room 13C, we'll be plugging you into the wall. Right now, yeah. So then you're in a coma, right? So then, that's when you have the living will. They pull the living will out. Like, my living will is very simple. It just says, keep your fucking paws off my plug. I don't want anybody touching my plug. Couldn't be more simple. That's where people make the mistake, because right now, a plug, I don't give a fuck, is it around a plug? What's a plug? Well, it's very important at that point in your life. if you don't decide, if you don't write it in the living will, then what happens? Your family decides. I wonder what they're going to decide. I don't know, maybe the thing they always decide every time, ever. And I understand it, you know. I understand the wicked ways of men. Not even wicked, just sinners. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you have somebody in your family goes into a coma. It's fun for a while. You know, like, you know, you bring in your friends, go check this fucking thing out. That thing used to make pies and shit. That thing right there had dreams. That thing had dreams. I'm not kidding you. That thing there had envy. And it doesn't now. You think it would now. But anyways, after a certain period of time, like with anything, the novelty wears off. Now, you know, you have to go and visit them, and so I understand, you know what I mean? And what are they going to decide? After a while, I know what's going to happen. Like, I know my family, you know. My brother will be going, hey, Doc, remember when you asked that one time if Norm ever mentioned what he might like? I was thinking about it last night, and I remember one time we were at a cheese sandwich store, so we're eating a cheese sandwich, right? So I says to Norm, I says, hey, what do you think about what if they plug you in a wall and stuff like that? Like, do you have anything maybe that you'd like to have an opinion or something? And he looks at me and says, yeah, he says, you know, you should kill me. And then we can all go back to our regular lives, right? My mother said, oh, you would want to be a burden. I'm like, oh, no, God forbid I should fucking interrupt your bridge game every 2 days. You can touch the back of my hand and let me know that I am, you know, but... By the way, I don't have just one plug. I have a series of plugs. A labyrinthian surge protectors all over the place. Think I'm going to have one plug? And a janitor comes by with my wide brooms. They love their wide brooms. Knock out my fucking plug. My brother's slipping him a 10 in the fucking hallway later. I know the wicked ways, man. My mother said, you don't want to live forever. I don't know how she could misunderstand me so much. Like, that's what I think about every day of my life. How can I live forever? She's like, you get bored, you know? I go, yeah, no, you're right. I never looked at it that way. Boy, that would be boring, just living forever and experiencing everything that could ever be experienced. Experiencing everything you could imagine. Experiencing anything you couldn't imagine. What a honor that sounds like. Hey, not like your idea of being buried underneath the earth. That never gets old. I want to live. Now, I'm lucky enough to be a Christian, so I will live forever no matter what. But I don't want to die and then live again. I want to live until the Messiah comes. Now, maybe he doesn't come for 600 years. I'd like to somehow live for 600 years. Then the Messiah comes. I'm like, finally. It's been a long time. All right. Let's wake up the dead, guys, and thank the Lord I didn't have to die. I guess I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want. It's funny, you know, when I was a kid, everybody believed, and now nobody believes. Like, every time I say I'm a Christian, I feel like I may as well be saying I'm a retard. Like, the way people look at me. know, because I know I'm not smart. I'm not Bill Maher, you know what I mean? I haven't figured out the central question that has plagued man since the dawn of time, like Bill.